Yes, you did. And so did we last night as we watched this episode 3 of the Golden Bachelorette. We are watching Joan in real time not fall in love with these people. Was pretty much the episode's theme. It's also how to not handle stress is what I learned. Am I wrong? I know, we can't even fight it. We've got special guest Dawn here and, of course, Kendall and Mike. We all have a lot to say about what went down last night. It kicked it off with a date with Pascal. Can we talk about the unevenness of it all?
Okay. I was really feeling jealous of Kendall.
Me too.
Hey, who wants to be me now?
The deep kissing.
I know.
He's only deep kissed him.
But here's the thing.
I would deep kiss the hell out of that.
She was kind of moving away, like you're kissing me a little too much.
Oh, yeah. He was like, that is a French kiss.
But like nothing made him look hotter than when Wayne effing Newton showed up.
Oh my God. Does he not look like a freaking weirdo now?
A wax figure?
my
I'm sorry. I know he's old.
We
but
love
those-
him. He's iconic, but
His
yes,
teeth,
everything you're saying
His
is
teeth are
right.
glowing. It looks like those teeth that you get on Temu.
Or like you accidentally did some like glow sticks.
Side note, whatever he was singing was not a song that's ever existed. in
They
this.
had to it was Donkashane.
I
Donkey
know,
Shane, yeah.
but
They had
was
to
it?
pull the music up because he wasn't doing the right words.
It was something.
I'll just say, my wife had no idea who Wayne Newton was at all. And when he showed up, I was like, this dude was old in Vegas Vacation 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And now, oh my, this is
You're like,
ridiculous.
Is
He's
he
still
alive,
kicking
or
it.
Is he just like a robot? Did we just like resurrect him for this episode?
Yeah.
We've all watched a lot of Bachelorette and Bachelor. It's like that date, by the way, was insane. Step 1, private plane. Step 2, Vegas. Step 3. It was just like, I don't think I've seen a date like that in ever.
No, I hated this date. They just sat in their hotel room and then they went up on the roof. Like they didn't do anything in Vegas. I'm like, why'd y'all fly private there to just literally sit in a room, try on some clothes, go eat dinner on the roof?
Oh, they also went through like the Mike, what's it called?
The,
Golden
yeah,
wheel?
the spear.
The high
thing.
roller.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you.
The high roller.
Weird. I just like.
That's where he
but
gave her the
honestly,
French kiss.
Yeah.
Pascal's
geez.
story too. You guys believe him? I believe him.
Yeah. Why, we're suckers.
Oh my God.
I didn't know that was an option, but we couldn't believe them.
What if like maybe they're like, well, what'll sound good?
But it made so much sense for a
Yeah.
person who grew up with nothing to be obsessed with having all of his things.
Yeah.
with him.
his status.
And then I was like, again, am I in love with Pascal?
Well, think about it. He
1000%.
was born only like what, 10, 11 years after World War II ended. So like to be really poor in Paris, well, that kind of makes sense. There just were a lot
Totally.
of people like that then. But yeah, I felt real good about my pick at that date. And then on the group date, I felt real good about my other pick.
Kendall,
Kendall's killing it.
are we trading Pascal for Jordan, or is that not on the table?
All right. Background for anyone just joining us. Hi, YouTube. If this is your first time watching, you can scroll back and watch us. I've been trying to get Brittany to give me her number 1 pick, Jordan.
Yeah.
For 3 weeks now.
Yep.
I've been like, give him to me. I want him. You stole him from under me. So in my draft, I
Wait.
took Pascal just to tick her off.
But it's not my fault. My assistant didn't get back to me that you wanted to make that trade, and I just got that email.
Her
So
assistant.
I will go ahead and make that trade with you.
You will?
Yeah.
Your trade's off the table, woman. I don't want him anymore.
Want to give that up anymore? You crazy?
I just gave you my whole
she's
team.
so sweet.
Like,
The
rewind the
lies.
tape. I don't know. We don't have the tape. But rewind the tape if we did. That would show that I offered Brittany Pascal, Gary, and Gil all for Jordan.
Yeah, because it is
She
her
said no.
husband's name, too, so it feels right that she have him.
Hey, speaking of which, Mike,
Yeah.
you remember that video?
Which video?
The video of Brittany?
Oh, yeah.
Do we have that?
I can find it.
Okay.
I don't have it right now, but I can find
I
it.
got this really, while you're looking for it, I got this really interesting message this morning because Brittany was feeling a little rough because
Yeah, because here's the thing. Jordan has the chemistry with her as like a potato that is sitting there. And but she had this with a lot of people, but I was hoping it wouldn't be with Jordan. I only have one person left in our fantasy league right now, and it's Jordan. All my money is on Jordan. And the way they looked at each other, and I might be projecting because my brother is also named Jordan, but it was barely brotherly love. Like it was like, if you kiss me or try to touch me, I will peel my skin off. And I understand, Joan, I've been there, not with my brother Jordan, but
It's like you tried to make out with your
Help me. Oh my God.
Dawn, you're sitting the closest to
Okay,
her.
we do have to talk about
I do have the video here.
Oh,
You ready
great.
to hear what happened this
Just
morning?
in time. Yes, please. Roll the tape.
Kendall, excuse the outfit. I work out.
All
So
right, gym clothes.
I was thinking, me and my people were thinking,
This is familiar.
we've decided to take the trade for Pascal and we'll give you Jordan. I know. You think it's your lucky day. Why don't you go ahead and solidify it just with a thumbs up to this video and we'll go ahead and make that trade happen. Thanks, doll. You're a real gem. You're a real peach.
Yeah. So I feel like you're welcome. I'll make the trade with you.
Well, Brittany, if what had happened next on the date didn't happen, I might have. But they went on that group date where they played kickball,
Yeah.
which
Should
we
be
talk
illegal.
about-
Yes.
Quaker Oats
We can't actually officially
kickball.
start talking about this until we do this.
Quaker Oats.
Yeah.
It's the right thing to do. Not too expensive either.
Sorry, we had to officially get that in. ABC reached out to me.
I've been calling it QOs all days. We got to give our QOs. By the way, I think it's illegal that they have them do physical activities. Okay, they all got hurt.
Seriously,
Kim's
bravo
leg
to
was
that.
really hurt. Well, Kim and Greg both.
Kim's shoulder.
Poor guy,
Like, he went head
pulled his
over heels.
hammy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kim
No, it
landed
should-
directly on his right shoulder.
It should be illegal they do that, and they should give them chairs during the rose ceremony. And that's like where I stand on all of this.
Oh,
Thank
my
you.
God.
Justice. They need chairs.
Yeah, thank
Oh
you.
my gosh.
But yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe they were playing kickball.
No,
I
me
thought,
neither.
okay, that could go wrong. Mark, what was up with Mark? Why was he hugging everyone? Dawn, speak for
That's
your
my
human.
guy.
Why was he hugging everyone?
I get it.
During a
Fun-loving
kickball
guy.
game?
But
Yeah, I get it.
yeah, I mean, he wants to show her that he has camaraderie with his teammates because women like that. They don't care if you win kickball.
No, we
I
don't.
care.
I didn't. I'm with you.
We
And
need a
actually,
winner.
one of my favorite thing about this series is they all root for each other all the time.
I know.
Like when who went on the date? Jonathan, when he was talking bad about himself.
Oh, wait, before we get to that,
Yeah.
who got the group date rose?
I actually was it one of yours?
Gil.
It was Gil.
Oh yeah.
It was
yeah,
Gil.
that was you.
My
you were-
fourth round draft pick.
Oh my
Got
gosh.
the group date rose. Mike,
Yeah.
I can remind the people, or can you remind the people what we heard about Gil?
Yeah, he was the one who had a restraining order against
Yeah.
him.
So that's not great. I don't know why
But-
you're bringing this up.
But we covered this last week. I do think that
No.
it was dropped, one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Two, to which Dawn said, I could put a restraining order against you right now. It's like, he probably should. Two, he, I guess, called, so his wife of like 30 some years died. He went on a few dates, and one girl he called a few too many times
We
one day and
don't
showed
need
up
to
at her
rehash
house.
why Gil is kind of
Maybe not a
okay.
terrible person.
Listen.
Anyway, he got a rose, so I am 2 out of 4 right now.
That's great.
On pre-rose ceremony.
Love that for
Roses.
you. So, one of the cutest things that happened in this episode is Jonathan was talking bad about himself.
Yeah,
He
that
was
was
saying,
sad.
"Oh, I can't do this." And he goes, "Well, what is, what? I'm nervous to do this one-on-one because what kind of person is he going to see?"
Oh
and
my God, he started crying. He was so nervous.
And literally a different man just goes, I can't even remember which one did. He said,
Different man.
she's going to see a wonderful guy.
They're so cute.
Like,
They're encouraging each other on a regular
I think
Bachelorette
it was
season.
Greg who said that.
it was so good.
Regular Bachelorette, they'd be like, "Yeah, you do suck.
You do suck. Think about leaving, please.
Yeah, you should just go now."
It was like I loved how supportive they always are for each other. Like, yes, it's weird that your guy hugged everybody. Like, you
My
can't
guy's
run to
still
first
in it.
and then hug. And as somebody who hugs people a lot,
yeah,
She does.
like, I get it. But like when you're playing the game during the game, giving him a hug, like, hey, it's okay, you got me out. What?
Oh, that's right. He was the other team too.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I loved on that date too with Jonathan. They went horseback riding, and she admits as we walk up to the horses, she goes, "Yeah, I'm kind of scared of horses. I got bit by one a few years ago." And I'm like, whoa.
I know.
And you're putting this poor woman on a horse, and then she like kind of looks at him because she's like, "Oh, at least he knows what he's doing."
Because he's
he
from
looks,
Iowa. No,
Yeah, they only use horses in
well, he
Iowa.
looks like a big like tough guy.
she literally references Iowa.
And then he goes, she goes, I just thought you would. He goes, yeah, you think I own like cornfields too?
It's so good.
It's like the funniest, like discriminative thing I've ever heard in my life is that
very East
people
Coast.
from Iowa
Ride horses through the cornfield.
It was very
loved
East
it.
Coast of her to be like, I just assumed.
Okay, there's so much more here to talk about. Okay, so her and Jonathan, great date, beautiful date. She does not want to kiss this man, and if anybody tells me otherwise, I will not believe them. Read her body language. She has no interest in this guy at all.
But listen, remember at the end of the date, she said she was super stressed out. Like she was crying because of like the hawk thing with her husband. Her mom was really sick. So I don't know that she's not interested in him. I think it was just a rough day for her.
Maybe she was thinking about kicking him off, but then she's too nice to do it, I think.
Because she will not send anyone home on a single date.
No,
He has his shirt off, like open and
Dawn, why are you complaining?
You don't put that shirt on that man.
I don't know, but
You
I'm
leave that
just
shirt
like,
open.
he had his, remember the
It's a lot.
prom?
It's
His
a
shirt was
lot.
open.
With the tattoo,
feels-
I'm like, hey,
it feels-
baby.
It feels weird that somebody can wear a full suit as he's shirtless. It's just like, what temperature is it in there, is all I'm saying.
All I know is it's hot, 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 baby.
My favorite / worst part of the whole show was when Captain Kim decided we were going to do a group activity and sing a song together.
Guys.
As somebody who loves to try to make group things happen here at My Talk, I know how it feels, Kim, but like, it's not going to happen.
Read the
We should
room.
have pulled that audio.
Oh, it was so awkward.
It was very Navy. You could tell he
It sounded
is the
like
Navy
a sailor
captain.
song. He was like, "We men at the
We
bachelor
are the
mansion."
bachelor men.
Listen, as an army,
Mansion men.
as an army veteran, I was so triggered by how nerdy of an officer he was. I don't want to be unpatriotic, but that man is a terrorist for trying to make everybody sing that song.
can't
I
call
said what I said.
Someone from the Navy, the T word.
Whatever. I'm army, so
I will say I did gain a lot of respect for Guy because it's one thing to have that dude,
That's my
but it's
dude.
another to be like, he's my ride or die. I'm doing this with him.
I will do it
Everyone
with
else
him.
laughed at Kim, and he's like, no, I'm standing side by side.
I guess that's the kind of energy me and Kendall need for each
Guy
other.
had a naked massage,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Kim was watching.
Yeah.
Did
That's
you
a
see
ride or
that?
die.
That
That's
is
a ride or
weird. They did a shot of him going, "You got to do naked massage," and then Kim is just looking from the bushes.
The gluteus maximus is just a muscle, okay?
It's very relatable because Kendall keeps telling me she sleeps naked and we have to share rooms in like a couple weeks. But she keeps aggressively telling me I sleep naked.
I just want to make sure you're aware.
Okay, there's another staff member who also does, who's a woman.
It's not Bradley. Is it Bradley?
No, because so you can just sleep in the room with her.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'll be paired with her anyway. So.
Oh,
Brittany,
great. Yeah,
we'll
you
have
and I.
naked roommates.
Perfect. We'll vent together.
You're welcome.
We have to talk. Gary shows up, and how dare he think that he can roll up?
And not my Gary, the
No.
old Gary.
Oh,
Do our-
Gary.
Hi, I'm Gary,
Thank
and I'm
you.
here.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. I'm
Gary-
so excited.
Gary rolls up and has the audacity to give her advice after we know how it went for him. Excuse me?
Also, I can't believe, like, I look at that and I'm like, there are so many really attractive men vying for her attention. And she's like a 12 out of 10. And that was who all the women of America had to fight over.
I know.
I know.
I was shocked that he was picked. Not.
I know.
He was just kind of too dorky, I
So
think.
dorky. I mean, I want hot, hot, hot. I don't need everyday Steve coming and hanging out with me. Like,
No.
I am every day. I don't need to see it on TV.
No, I agree. Okay, I will say this. When they first announced the Golden Bachelor, he was kind of hot until he talked. Like, we kind of were like, you're not that. Yeah,
You
see?
are ER.
And then he was giving like hard candy in my pocket vibes, and that wasn't as hot. So
He was never hot.
Oh,
I thought for sure when he sat down, the words that were going to come out of his mouth were, "You realize you're the only one I never sent home."
I know.
Like
I
when
know,
the
it's
last time
right.
you left this show is because you chose to leave. We were sitting on this bench, and when he said, "Maybe love isn't in this house for you,"
I know.
I was like, "Oh my, he's joining the show."
What was the ultimate answer to that? Why was that a bait and switch for us? What did he actually say?
He then
on the
basically
show?
just went and because then she said, "At first, I wasn't sure it was. Now,
Yeah.
after building some relationships, I do think that true love is in this
Okay,
house." And then
okay.
he's like, "Okay, good."
What you have to remember about the Goldens, is they are so producible.
Yeah.
And they went in with saying, this is the phrase you need to say. And he delivered it. And that's what happened on The Golden Bachelor all the time, is that like, he literally said that phrase because they put that out in the promos right away. We saw him say that. That was the line they were like, we need you to say. And they said,
One job. You screwed up last time.
Charles,
Oh my God.
Charles L., you go eat some Quaker Oats.
Yeah, can we have a Charles L. moment?
Oh, I
Say
love
this
him.
line.
Charles L. So good old Charles L. from Dawn's team. This man still clearly loves his wife, who passed 6 years ago.
Heartbreaking.
He does cute little things all the time, cute little sweet things. The beginning of this episode was all about how the guys can't sleep. And so he goes out to the drugstore with my boy Gary.
Yeah.
And they buy melatonin. They buy wraps to wear over your eyes. They buy new sweater vests. And
It was a
give to
commercial.
everybody.
The thing is, we had 3 different commercials happen. We had the Paris Hotel, we had Quaker Oats, and then we had, I forget the name of the drugstore that they went to. Those were 3 different. Like, The Bachelor knows how to make money.
They do
Make it,
commercials
buddy.
for everything.
Yeah.
The Wicked one that they did last year. Oh my God.
What about the commercial for Quaker Oats with all the ex-Goldens?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
was like,
Somebody
is
else
this
showed
a
up.
full? Oh my gosh. This is a real.
I missed this. What
I
was
hope
this?
they're getting paid.
So they literally had a Quaker Oat commercial where it was 4 of the contestants from the Golden Bachelor
And then
who were
Joan
in a
shows
garden, and then Joan shows up.
They're eating and they're just spouting off stupid lines about Quaker Oats.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey.
We still take your sponsorship.
We would love. Hey, honestly, we will all eat
Speaking of,
Quaker Oats.
Yes, I will.
While we do this segment with
Right.
our mouths full, if you pay us enough. So we got to have to address. Joan was having a lot of problems the whole episode, and it kind of was building till finally the final rose ceremony or the cocktail party, and she addresses her biggest problem and finally states like, "Hey guys, I can't give you all of me because I have my ex-husband who passed away. He will always have maybe 10, maybe 15, maybe 20% of my heart." And you could feel the relief off of her when she said this, like it was some big secret. And I love that a lot of them could relate to this.
No one faulted her for it.
No.
for sure.
And I thought that was like so sweet and so real. And like everybody knows if you have somebody who passes, it's like you can never forget them. I have no idea what it's like to be a widower, but I thought that was so beautiful and so relatable. I also was like, you could tell, like you said, like Kendall was mentioning, you can see her body language and everything. She's somebody that really holds stuff in. And you could see how that was really affecting every aspect of her in this. So I did think it was so beautiful when she finally was like, the only solution to this is I'm asking these people to be so vulnerable. I need to be vulnerable back. And that's where we kind of are. Can she find love again? Is she available to find love again? What do you guys think?
I think, one, she is phenomenally gorgeous. Can we talk about those outfits she wore in Las Vegas? Oh my gosh. Two,
God, her body.
Insane. Well,
it's
like,
insane. She looks so good. And so you're immediately, someone like that, you look and you go, oh, well, it must be easy. Like, look at you know? But then she talks about how, to Brittany's point, she has to hold everything in and how her husband will always have her heart.
yeah.
I think that she will find love. I think she's definitely one of those people who comes on the show looking for it. She went on The Bachelor and left right away because she loves her family so much. So to come and do this and be away from them means she really wants this to work.
Yeah.
I do think with her being open, there are, I think there's only probably 2 or 3 people she's actually really interested in. But that's how The Bachelorette is.
I think she needed to get over that feeling that she had to give someone 100% of her heart.
Yeah.
Because once you go, I will never be there.
Yeah.
Then you can go, but I can make the most of what is to come with somebody, and as long as they understand that, then I think she can fall in love. Yeah.
And the men have all kind of opened up like that and had those, not all, but many of the men who have had one-on-ones with her have opened up about that and said, like, Chalk was like, this was the love of my life and I lost her and she died in my arms. And like they've opened up, they've said these things, they've been vulnerable as she alluded to, and now she's finally on their level. So I think now everyone's on an even playing field, and I think she is going to be open for something great.
I will say I'm not proud of Chalk for taking her away immediately after she was crying. I'm like, it feels like a vulture that's like, let me steal you away. And then let me tell you how much I appreciate your vulnerability. But now I'm making you uncomfortable by I'm like, dude, wrong time. Let her be for a bit.
I thought the same thing, but then I was trying to put on rose. He's not my guy. I know he's not like my fantasy guy, so I'm just saying. But like rose-colored glasses, maybe he just thought like it's too big to address in a big group. Because I did have that feeling like if I saw one of you cry in a big group, I'd be like, do you want to talk? You know what I mean? Like there was just.
I felt like he was pouncing though. This is my opportunity.
I was trying. Yeah. I will say this. I was surprised even old Gary from The Bachelor, even though he came in tan AF, because I guess he's full Hollywood now.
Yeah, I guess.
But I do think he had some good tips about the way that he had to carry Tony in his heart, his ex-wife or his widowed wife, with them. So even though he is useless in so many aspects of all of our lives, I did think he was helpful there.
He was. You could definitely feel that relief. Okay, Brittany, rose ceremony.
Oh, rose ceremony. I lost a lot.
She's so empathetic. Like, you can just feel how much it hurts her. Because when these guys tell her these stories, she's just like,
I know.
And have to do that to people. Oh.
And she did it to me. She took out half my team.
Oh, she sure did. I was like, oh, Brittany.
She didn't send me anything. She wasn't actually as empathetic as I thought, because she did take out full on Kim and Charles K, a.k.a. CK, a.k.a. Charles, a.k.a. he had 45 nicknames, and that's why he's not coming to episode 4.
Never saw anything personal with him.
And I was, to be honest, even though Kim was mine, I was probably the happiest to see this man go.
Yes.
Kim, yeah, he's just like that energy of like, I'm going to be the leader of all the old men is a turn off.
I know.
Greg was bounced as well, one of my team, so I'm down to 2 as well. So if anyone's keeping track at home, Kendall's got 4, Dawn's got 4, Brittany and I combined for 3.
Yeah, he's being nice. I have 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but I just...
Brittany has Jordan left. And
I have Jordan.
You can't have Pascal.
Okay, this is the last time I'm offering. I will never bring it up again. If you don't want to trade now, we are done. The trade doesn't exist anymore.
Let me think about it.
Pascal's not going to win.
15 seconds.
No.
Oh, she didn't even take that.
You've made the wrong enemy today.
Now, did you guys see the preview? I know I usually don't watch the preview for next
got
week.
someone out
I
next
was
week.
not happy. I actually effed him on through text, like, blank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
What are you doing, Chalk?
Chalk? What are you up to? Chalk's a slippery one, and he might be slipping away. They hinted that he might be slipping away next episode. So join us next week as we recap this again. Thank you guys so much. Another amazing episode of The Golden Bachelorette.